Are you stressed and feeling overwhelmed and the summer is here and you want to just relax and thrive? You've come to the right place because I have some simple tips to share with you about how to make this a balanced summer of thriving. I'm Health Coach Gayle, and I'm so glad you made this time for yourself. Let's take a look. With this new season upon us, you've likely been hearing a lot of these kinds of messages. Get your beach body, or cut carbs, eat protein, earn your vacation treats, or start over on Monday. But it's almost like we're expected to choose between the extremes, either being perfect with our health habits or kind of throwing it all out the window and saying, I'm just going to enjoy my life and maybe I'll start in the fall. But here's the thing. Give me a thumbs up if you can relate to that. What if neither of those choices would lead to thriving? I want to share some new perspectives with you today about how to make this a balanced summer of thriving. So I'm going to share some images here so you can follow along and be inspired by these tips. Okay, so the way to cultivate balance is through some simple habit shifts, some changes in perspective that you can implement today. So let's dive in here. But I want to say that balance and being in that state where we're not in any kind of extreme, it really begins with a foundation of self-respect. The healthiest kind of summer isn't one where you lose a lot of weight or follow a strict diet plan. It's one where you're actually enjoying your life and taking good care of yourself. And I think most people want that. So the balance with self-respect, I like to think of self-care efforts as a form of self-respect. Because when we truly respect ourselves, we're asking different questions. And what I mean is not asking like, how little can I eat? How can I eat less? But instead, how can I nourish my body today? Not how can I punish myself and earning desserts, but instead, how can I enjoy a treat mindfully and then move on without guilt? It's a totally different framework. But here's another perspective. Our bodies are not projects to fix. They're amazing vehicles that carry us through our lifetime. So it really is up to us to offer ourselves and our bodies the self-respect for all that they do for us every day. So many things without us even asking. So summer, it should be a season of energy and connection and walks with friends, fresh produce, family cookouts, vacations, gardens, sunshine, and not worrying about how many calories you're taking in a day. What balance does, with grounded in self-respect, is it gives us permission to enjoy the moments like these without abandoning ourselves. So I'm going to share these 3 simple habits to help you thrive. And just a reminder, we don't have to be depriving ourselves to be in that thriving space. Hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Health Coach Gayle. My company's Y-Powered Health Coaching, and I'm a certified whole health coach and personal fitness trainer and behavior change specialist. And I've been partnering with primarily women in midlife for the last 12 years to help them return to their happy weight, say no to diets and anything diet culture related, and push back on those extreme states that invite us to be unhealthy. They make peace with their body and with food and return to their happy weight and stay there. So let's jump in further here to habit number 1 for this thriving state that we all desire. First habit is to add before you look at subtracting anything. So before worrying about what can I get rid of, you say, what healthy thing can I add today to my behaviors or my diet? Maybe it's something as simple as more water, more fresh berries, maybe an extra serving of vegetables a day, adding that to your lunch. Maybe it's building a habit of taking a short walk after dinner to help regulate your blood sugar. Or maybe it's adding healthy habits um, beyond that, ones that naturally will crowd out the habits that maybe have crept in that aren't really supportive of your health. Habit number 2, it's practicing the 80% framework. And you might have heard of this before, but I want to share my perspective on this and how it works. So uh, it's important to understand that you do not have to eat perfectly. Believe me, no one does. You don't have to exercise every single day. You don't have to make every choice the best choice either. But aiming for building consistency, aiming for that middle place, not being a couch potato, but understanding you don't have to be training like you're an Olympic athlete, and not eating, just fast food all the time, or sugary, white flour laden foods most of the time. Moving out of that kind of space, uh, aiming for the middle, but knowing that you don't have to be living off broccoli all the time to be healthy either. So, my invitation to you here with this 80% framework is to take a look at what you are doing on a daily ish basis. Healthy habits that are practiced most of the time beat perfect habits that only last a week or two, those extreme state ones. All right, habit number 3, choosing kindness over self-criticism. And this one is, I know, especially hard for women in midlife. Um, but, here's the thing. And if you can relate to the self-critical bent, give me another thumbs up. But, we all have days when we overeat. We all have days when we might skip a workout. And we all have days when we just want to be in our stretchy pants, maybe enjoying some ice cream. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. It's self-compassion and kindness that gets us back on track much faster than guilt ever will. So when we can shift that narrative in our heads, we can see so much more consistent progress. And this is especially true when you have a health coach by your side. I see it all the time. We can recover from any sort of missteps in a much faster way and see the trend going in the positive direction that we want it to. So to thank you for being a part of this wellness presentation, I want to share 2 thank you gifts with you. All you have to do is drop the word gift in the comments, and I'm going to send you my free recipe ebook, Sweet Tooth Satisfaction. And it's a collection of whole foods focused recipes that don't come with any guilt or added sugar overload. And they're simple and will help you minimize the added sugar that might be in your diet without feeling deprived. I know I personally have a sweet tooth, and the recipes here are so satisfying and easy to incorporate. It's that add, don't subtract kind of concept that we talked about earlier. And the other thing is that the other gift that I want to offer you is a free private chat with me. You can scan this QR code and connect with me. No judgments, no obligation, no pressure, and just ideas for helping you get unstuck and see more of the results that you want. With me by your side as a health coaching partner, you struggle less and achieve more. So that's all I have for you today. Give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and I will see you at the end of the summer. And I hope more than anything, it's a balanced summer of thriving for you. Take care.